Welcome to my first vegetable garden. Today I want to talk to you about how do you purchase transplants from nurseries and places like Home Depot and Lowe's. There's some things you want to look for to make sure that you're buying healthy plants that aren't stressed out or haven't overgrown their cells. And a couple of things to look for is when you buy the plants, this is Bright Lights Swiss chard. You want to make sure the leaves are the colors that they should be. They shouldn't be droopy, yellow, brown, dried out. On the bottom part of the plant, these are the first leaves that come up. It's fine if they have died out or browned out. That's perfectly okay. But you can see this plant is really green. It looks healthy. Lots of new leaves coming out. It's a good transplant on the surface. We also have to check out the roots. These are Brussels sprouts, and you can see they also are very green. They look good. You want to also look through the leaves, make sure there's no holes in them, no insect damage. You can actually bring insects into your garden when you buy transplants, so check the leaves out, make sure they look healthy, and all these look perfectly fine. You can see the leaves that are yellow. Those are the first leaves that come out, and it's fine if they're yellow. You can leave them on, you don't have to pinch them off. But that's the only yellow part of these plants, so they're nice and healthy. And this is Radicchio. Again, this plant looks great. The leaves look pretty good. It's fine if the first leaves coming out are a little beat up, but you want the rest of them to be the color they should be. They should be firm, they should be green, they should look like they're doing well. And the reason you want to inspect them that way is because these cells, when they're sitting out in stores, especially like Home Depot and Lowe's, they dry out. And the leaves will yellow, they will brown out, and that will stress out the plant. It's going to make really for an unhealthy transplant. It doesn't mean you won't get any vegetables from it, and it doesn't mean they won't grow. They're just going to grow slower. The next thing you have to do is take a look at the roots, and you want to pinch them out gently, and you can see that the chard is filling out on the outer part, but there's a lot of gaps. They're not really wound tightly down here, so this is a really good transplant that's worth buying and paying a little bit extra for. Same thing with the Brussels sprouts. Pinch it out, and you can see the roots growing on the sides. Not a lot of coiling down here. This is a nice, healthy plant that's really ready to go right into your garden. And then for the Radicchio, doesn't look too bad. You can see that it's starting to coil here in probably another week or so. This plant really won't be worth purchasing, and the reason is just because this plant is this size, you know, it doesn't mean that it's only 4, 5, 6 weeks old. And Radicchio matures, let's see what it says in here, matures in 65 days. I couldn't remember. So what happens sometimes is these plants could sit in here 20, 30, 40 days. They don't really get bigger. You think you have a small plant, but it's already been growing for a while. So when you put it into your ground, it's not going to form a nice side head. Even sometimes they go right to seed. So you want to buy transplants, just to review, that have healthy leaves, no bugs on the leaves, they're not yellowing or brown. You want to check out the root systems, make sure they're not coiled all down here. And you also want to get them early. The cool weather crops come out about now. It's April 2nd here in Maryland Zone 7. You don't really want to be buying these towards the end of April, beginning of May, because they would have been growing in these cells too long. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please check out my blog at www.therestedgarden.blogspot.com and also check out my YouTube videos. Thanks.